conservatives self-identify more conservatives than liberals in all 50 states. You would think by turning on the news that 90% of Americans are liberal. They all can't wait for Joseph Stalin's Russia to appear, according to MSNBC. More snotty nonsense by chicks. That includes the men on it, including the guy who urinates. They say he does. I'm sorry. The tall guy with the glasses, they claim he urinates under the table. That's the rumor inside the commentary mill. His legs shake while he broadcasts, and they have to mop up the floor after it. I don't know if it's true. That's what they say. That's what they say. I haven't any idea if there's any truth to that. So let's take the callers. As I said to you, I told you what I said already. What did I say already? I forgot what I said. I need a vacation. I launched the book on the website yesterday. You're buying the book. I need to go away. But here's my dilemma. Everything where I want to go, I nix in my head before I even. In other words, before the plan, before I finish the sentence, I'll go. Bing, it's don't go. Why? Because I've traveled to everywhere I ever wanted to go in my life. Remember, I was a plant collector, an exotic plant collector, in the 1970s and 80s. Actually, going back to 1969. That's before Al Gore even knew what the Earth was. I was collecting plants in the rainforest, trying to rescue them from extinction. I'm not asking for a halo. It's just a fact of reality. I earned a real PhD based upon some of this research, based upon other work. So what I'm getting at is, how much more travel does a person need? How many of you really like going to a hotel? It's just a place, why is that a destination? Do we have any advertisers that are travel agencies, Beowulf, before I continue on this track? No, thank you. They all dropped me. All right, so I can continue now. I told you what happened. We went to Cancun because the family is normal. They like to travel. I got to admit it. They're normal people. They enjoy it. Maybe I'm getting older. I don't know. I'm getting more cantankerous, more difficult. They do say, now that you think about it, that when people get older, they get set in their ways. I used to hear that when I was young. I didn't know what it meant. Yeah, I hear what you mean, like set in your way. You don't want to do certain things. Say, no, I don't do this, and you won't. You're inflexible. That is true. Then maybe I'm becoming inflexible in that regard. But so they want to go. So we went to Cancun. And they know that I'm picky, so God bless them. My son got me the top floor end unit, windows both sides, so the wind would blow through, so I wouldn't complain about a lack of air. Perfect room over the beach, right? Wrong. I laid down on the bed like wood. Now, remember, I made a pre-call to the manager. And he spoke fairly good English, and I spoke broken English. Blah, blah, senor. I get with the senor job till I wanted to break something. And I said, no perfume in the room, no hair shirts on the bed, soft mattress. Si, senor. Si, senor. I get in the room. It smelled like, let us put it to you this way. It was like that Orson Welles movie. What was that one, Beowulf? The Orson Welles, Touch of Evil. The room smelled like Touch of Evil had occurred in it, and they had oversprayed it with like bad perfume. So I said, now you're imagining. Come on, stop already. Don't say anything to the family because it's enough. You drove them crazy coming down here. Well, I lay on the bed. It's a rock. So right away I say to the guy, you got to change, put a mattress pad on. 5 people with the Si Senor, knock, knock, Si Senor. And they open it up. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth what happened. They pull the cover off the bed. A blood stain the size of a dead pig on the mattress. I said, that's it, I'm getting out. Take the mattress out of here. I started yelling, get the mattress out of this room. Now, either there was a murder or a birth in the room prior to my arrival. But I'm giving an example. What did I need this for? Why do I want to travel to exotic locations to experience H1N1 flu, meaning Mexican flu? I'm sorry, I'm trying to tell you now. I mean, it is the origin. You're not allowed to say that anymore. In fact, they're so proud of it that they erected a statue to the kid who originated the disease, who had the first case of the disease in Mexico. It's interesting how they glor. It is an interesting thing. The kid, you say, don't say it, it's racist, say Mexican flu. Well, first of all, it's accurate. It would be somewhat racist if you made it up and it wasn't accurate, but it's dead accurate. It started in Mexico because the first known case in a human was in the interior of Mexico. They're so proud of the kid, they built a statue to him in his hometown. I think that's cute, isn't it? The town that gave the world swine flu. Maybe they could go there. People could start traveling to that town. Oh, God, what a world. So it gets darker. I don't want to get in the air every day and complain that society's no good and Obama's a socialist. But, things are getting worse. They're not getting better. Like here in San Francisco, you think you couldn't go lower? It just went lower. We have a supervisor, one of the city supervisors who can't get a job anywhere else. He's trying to pass a law that would shield illegal immigrant youths from prosecution by the deportation by the federal government. Perfect way to have kids as drug runners. In other words, if you catch a kid under a certain age running drugs or murdering somebody, this clown wants to make sure he can't be deported. Can you believe I live in a city like this? By definition, the supervisor is enabling criminals. He should be arrested by the federal government. Isn't there a limit to what a supervisor can do? Read about it. It's on michaelsavage.com. Then order my book. Okay? I can't believe how worse it gets. Is there anybody in the city of San Francisco who works for the city who actually represents taxpayers? I don't know of one official who represents the actual taxpayers and citizens. Every one of them represents illegal aliens and some kind of nefarious special interest. So, anywho, here we are, Savage Nation. What is the rate of it? August 18th, 2009. You know what the news is. The guy died. God bless him. You can't say anything bad about him, and I won't. I never paid attention to him. I found he was very sour and very Republican. It was too Republican for me. He was just like an old Republican. Like he typified like old Republican to me. They say, well, what's wrong with being an old Republican? Nothing, okay? Nothing. He wasn't my cup of tea. There was nothing delightful. No effervescence. Like flat, it's like seltzer without bubbles, the whole thing. Republicans is like seltzer without carbon dioxide when you think about it. It's like, do you want sparkling or flat? I love that when you go to a restaurant, they build up the bill. Do you want sparkling or flat? I said, I'll take tap water with ice. Because we have very good tap water in San Francisco. They haven't yet found a way to tax it or destroy it. Hetchy Water. As you get me the Hetchy 09, if you don't mind. The snow melt from last season I would like to drink. It's much tastier than bottled water, I got to tell you. Delicious, delightful. My dog likes it. If the dog likes it, why shouldn't I like it? But I have a filter. Did you ever look at those water filters that we're talking about health-related? You think they're quackery. You're wrong. I have like a Moen filter in the old-fashioned in the sink. I don't have an expensive, $12 million unit in the guts of the water system. This is a tap thing that you put in, and as it comes out, the filter catches the heavy metals. It's amazing when it's full, it's a 0% left, and you take it out, it's heavy. So you say it's heavy, it's trapping the mercury, the lead, the antimony. It's trapping all the heavy metals that you really don't want in your cells. It does work. The dogs, thank God, aren't getting it. I got one dog I love. It's a circus dog. Could do anything. It could have been in the circus, this dog. The other dog, a lunatic, a maniac. It's handicapped mentally, so I don't get mad at it. A lunatic dog. One is 10 pounds. We got the other one to be a goat for the good. The good dog's 10 or 11 pounds, normal toy poodle. I don't call him toy because I don't like the word toy. Just like a condensed poodle. Then we got him like a dog to play with, like the goat for the horse. Remember in The Sopranos, the goat that after the horse was set on fire, the goat was going around. It was very sad outside the stables. It was touching. Speaking of The Sopranos, I'll tell you the truth. I watched the first season opening of Mad Men, a stiff. Now they're getting autistic already. Watch out when the producers and directors suddenly want to show you how smart they are and how creative they are. It's the end of the series. It was like The Sopranos. It was good for 4 or 5 years. Then already they went into dream sequences, a stiff, not enough murder, and not enough sex. It killed the series. It was like when Woody Allen stopped being Woody Allen and started trying to be, who was he one with? That Swedish director? Forgot his name already. Who remembers? Not Charlie McCarthy's. I'm joking. Ingmar Bergman. He wanted to be Bergman, right? Ingmar Bergman. Ingmar Bergman was, but he tried to be like a very famous director and artistic. His movies stunk, and the only movies he ever did were good was when he played like the schlemiel schmuck. Everyone liked Woody Allen playing the schmuck because it was a stereotype of the schmuck from New York, so everyone laughed at him. But the minute he wanted to show how smart he was and how serious he was, his movies stank. It's the same with what went on with The Sopranos. They were fabulous when they stuck to the main thematic, gangster New Jersey and psychotherapy, the wife with the outfits, the dysfunctional son, excellent. Everyone liked it. Then the minute they got into like season 5, it was awful, terrible. And the series started to die. It was awful. Same thing now with Mad Men, in my estimation, my analysis. Why? If you watched it at all. The first 3 seasons were really astoundingly good. Mad Men. Already now they go into season 4, disc 1. I watched it Sunday because I sent it in advance. Now they already have the dream sequence. They're already they're moving into the sexuality a little too much. They went on and on with the stewardess from Pan Am with the naked, with the garter belt and the slip. They're already pandering. No good. Finished. I'll be back.
Savage.
Your money, your life. How to make sense of it all. I'm Rob Black. Join me weekday mornings at 10 on Talk 910 KNEW.
Of a white Christmas, just like the ones
I'm playing Christmas music because it's a hot August day, boring like doldrums.
where the trees
I can't wait. I can't wait for the